Hi, it's time for another tutorial for pie plate patterns, and I'm Brenda Bailey. We're going to talk again today about a double half square triangle, and I'm going to show you another way how to do that. I know that there's rulers out there you can use and you can buy, and there's all kinds of other helpful things, but we're trying to show you how to do it without a lot of expense of buying some special tools and things. So anyway, so here's another way. This particular way will make 4 double half square triangles or flying geese. Now this piece is just a square, and it's 1.5 inches larger than the width that you want your flying goose to end up. So I want mine to be 6, so I cut my square 7.5 inches. Then you're going to need 4 squares that are 1 inch larger than the height of your finished block wants to be. And so if mine's 6, and it's going to be 3 inches tall, and so I cut these 4 inches. Okay, and then I'm going to put one here. I've marked a diagonal line with my mechanical pencil on that, and I'm going to lay those down. And then you need to cut these because they can't overlap. And so I'm just going to cut them here, and so they can't overlap. If there's a little space, that's okay. A big space won't work very well. Okay, and then the next step is to sew these, and I'm going to sew 1/4 inch on both sides of the line. Can you see that? Okay. Now I'm going to cut this apart, and you can use your rotary cutter or you can use your scissors. And then I'm going to press, and it doesn't matter what's dark and what's light, but you're going to press to the points. So you're going to press the points out like that, and I'll do it with both of those. So then I have that pressed out, and then you take one of your other squares, and you lay it in the corner here, and you sew on both sides again. And you'll do that twice because you have 2 of these pieces. So then I'm going to cut again on the line. And then when I fold that back, voila. I have 2 from this piece and I have 2 from the other piece, so you end up with 4 flying geese or double half square triangles. Now the last step is that we need to trim it so it's exactly the right size, because right now it's just a hair too big. So I'm going to take, and since I want it to be 6.5 finished, I'm going to take and I'm going to lay my ruler, let me lay it the other way, with 3 1/4, which is half of it, right here, and it's going to be 1/4 inch in where the point is. And then I'm going to line up the top and the bottom and all that good stuff and try to get the 6.5 inch is going to end up right here, and that's going to end up right at the end of the brown there, as well as I can. Sometimes it doesn't work exactly, and sometimes this actually at the top is just a little bit shy in places, but today we're good. But don't worry about that if it is. And then I'm going to trim the 3.5 here, and then I'm going to cut the 6.5 part. And I could have done that at the same time, but I'm just trying to show you how this works. If you have a 6.5 inch ruler, that works really well for this as well. Okay, and so there you go. There's my double half square triangle, and like I say, that works up so fast, and you end up with 4 of them, and you don't waste any fabric, just these little scraps. So that's a fun way. And then I've got some things to show you of ways you can use your double half square triangles. This right here is just a line of them, and this works really well for a block or in a border. And I really like the way this looks in a quilt. And then this right here is kind of a pinwheel that you can just use 2. This is the block, and you put 2 together, and then you sew it together so it gives the pinwheel effect. And this right here is just a little star, and I'm sure you've done this before, but this part right here is a double half square triangle. And so all of these blocks I just showed you have that in it. This right here is also a double half square triangle. There's 2 of them sewn together, so it just makes a square. So there's all kinds of ways you can put these together, and it's a great block to use. It's very versatile. So I hope you enjoy doing that block and that you try it and make a fun block with it. Let me Thanks, bye.